Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta has commended the role of the Belt and Road Initiative, which is playing at opening markets and linking Asia and Africa. The initiative, being spearheaded by President Xi Jinping, he says will break barriers and promote trade amongst non-traditional partners. Now, President Uhuru is also opposed to the growing trend of trade protectionism. He says it's an unsustainable policy. He spoke to CGTN's Beatrice.
Infrastructure funding, though, has been a very big problem for African countries. So for projects like LAPSET and the completion of the SGR projects, though, where does Kenya hope to get the funding?
Well, definitely we're working with development partners. Our friends in China have been of huge assistance. Since China became strongly involved in Kenya and in Africa, you've seen the tremendous growth in infrastructure across the continent. But we're also looking and seeing how some of the projects, especially those projects that are viable under a public-private partnership, as an alternative of balance sheet way of funding projects. So we've got a good number of projects that we're also hoping to fund through PPPs going forward. So it will be a mixture of different financial packages that we will have to put together in order for us to be able to accomplish this infrastructural dream that we have, both for Kenya and our continent.
Last year, you were among several African leaders that were invited to attend the Belt and Road Forum in Beijing. First of all, what is your opinion of the Belt and Road Initiative and its significance to Africa, particularly Kenya?
I think it is tremendous. And I believe it has huge potential for a win-win situation for all who are involved, and that is why we are very keen as a country, and I believe also as a continent, to partner strongly with China in this initiative that would bring people closer together, will bring opportunities, increased opportunities of trade, job creation, and I think in a few years' time, if we all remain focused, I can see the balance change with a great deal more trade.
So all this, of course, is coming against the backdrop of several Western countries that are now going for trade protectionism or looking inward more than, going fully embracing globalization. How is this, though, going to impact Africa? How is it going to impact countries such as Kenya in terms of trade protectionism?
We believe in this globalization, and we believe that trade should be free and people should be able to take advantage of that. It's unfortunate that people are now beginning to look more inward, especially in Europe. There's a similar feeling, for example, in America as well. But I strongly believe that those proponents of opening up markets to allow the free movement of goods and services ultimately, is the best way to assure all of us, right, that we are working together at a multilateral level to ensure prosperity for all. Inwardness, closing yourselves up, I think is a short-sighted, it's a short-sighted vision. There's no long-term position in it, because all that's going to happen is people are taking advantage, unfortunately, maybe because of slowdowns and etc., thinking that if they close themselves in, that may protect their industries. But at the end of the day, I think that can only hurt as opposed to add value.